What's up everyone, it's United Weather here, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at our updated winter forecast. We will be going over all the factors that we need to take into consideration for this winter, and we're going to be going month by month, looking at the conditions for each month across the United States, just to give you guys a general idea of what to expect. Now, of course, winter is still 3 months away, so keep in mind a lot of the stuff I show you guys in the video can change, and that is why the title is early winter forecast and not official winter forecast. I will have an official winter forecast out probably in late October as you get closer to December and a better idea of what to expect. And of course, as you guys have seen with the hurricane season, these seasonal forecasts a lot of times do not turn out well. This is more of just a fun video I do for you guys, and a lot of people do like these videos. So do keep in mind as we go through the video and show you guys these different outcomes, a lot of it can change. Some of it's going to be wrong, some of it's going to be right. So just do keep in mind that by no means this is officially what's going to be happening for this winter, and this is exactly what you can expect. It's more of just, a guesstimate based off of the tools we have available to us. Now, one of the most important tools that we use to forecast winter in the United States is the Pacific Ocean temperatures, otherwise known as El Nino or La Nina. And in the simplest terms, what this is if the water temperatures in the tropical Pacific Ocean are cooler, that would be a La Nina pattern. However, if the water in the tropical Pacific is warmer, that would be an El Nino pattern. And basically what this does is it affects the placement of the jet stream, and along the jet stream is typically where we get those stronger storms, and north of the jet stream is where you get that colder air. In an El Nino pattern, as you can see here, the jet stream is very far down to the south, so a lot of the stormy weather during the winter would stay to the southern part of the United States. However, during the La Nina, the jet stream is further north, creating that stormy weather to the northern part of the United States, and that's where we get your big snowstorms and blizzards. Now, in terms of this winter, the National Weather Service does give us a 75% chance of a La Nina. So as I just mentioned, that would mean that the northern half of the country, you guys would be above average in terms of snowfall, and your temperatures would be below average. And the southern part of the country, you guys would be below average, pretty much dry and warm for the entirety of winter. Now, of course, winter is still 3 months out, and there is only a 75% chance, as I just mentioned, that we go to a La Nina this winter. There is a chance that that is wrong, but as of right now, the signs are pointing towards a La Nina winter, and that is what we are basing this winter forecast off of. Now, looking at the latest seasonal temperature outlook here from the Climate Prediction Center, you can see they kind of have the same general thinking here. This is for January, February, and March. So the southern half of the country, or the southeastern half of the country rather, here in this forecast is very above average in terms of the temperatures, as well as pretty much the entire East Coast. And the northern half of the country, specifically the Northwest, you guys are going to be pretty much below normal. Now, in terms of precipitation, if you guys remember the map I just showed you of La Nina, this is pretty much a carbon copy of that map. So obviously you can see your seasonal precipitation is going to be above average for pretty much the entire northern part of the country, and below average for the southern part of the country, which is pretty typical with a La Nina. So obviously the Climate Prediction Center is kind of banking on the idea that we will get a La Nina this winter, and that is what they're basing their forecast off of. So now taking a look at the month by month forecast here, this is for December, as you see in the top left corner of your screen. This is the precipitation anomaly, and as you can see, pretty much the entire northwestern part of the country is going to be above normal in terms of precipitation for December, and the southern half of the country below normal as well. Even the northeast, you guys are going to be pretty right around the average, but I would lean below normal for December. And if we take a look at January here, you can see pretty much the entire country is above average or right on average in terms of precipitation. Kind of the heart of the country there, Tennessee, Kentucky, you guys are going to be very above average for your precipitation in January. The only area that's really going to be below average is the extreme southeastern part of the country, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, even North Carolina, you guys will be below average. Very southern areas of Texas, you guys will be below average. But other than that, the majority of the country is going to be right around or above average for January. And skipping ahead here to February, you can see pretty much the same areas that were very above average for precipitation in January there, like Tennessee, Alabama. You guys are going to continue to see that above average precipitation in February. And Florida, southern Texas, even the southwestern United States, now you guys are going to be below average for precipitation in February. The northwestern United States, you guys are going to be continuing that theme of above normal precipitation. Areas like the northeast, you guys are also going to be above average in terms of precipitation for February. And finally, moving ahead to March here, you can see everything really dies down. There's no dark shaded colors on the map. So pretty much the entire country, I'd say this is a toss-up But based on, the fact that we're going into La Nina, I'd say it's safe to say the northern half of the country is going to be above average again, and the southern half of the country is going to be below average for March. Of course, there can be some anomalies with that, but I think you guys got the general idea. The southern half of the country is going to be right around average, if not below average, for the bulk of winter in terms of precipitation, and the northern half of the country is going to be above average. Now, switching over to our temperature outlook here and going back to December, as you can see, pretty much the entire country is going to be above normal in terms of temperatures for December, except for the extreme northern part of the country. You guys are going to be right around normal, idling below normal. Areas like the Northeast, Great Lakes, you guys are going to be right around normal for December in terms of your temperatures. And you can see as you move into January here, not much really changes. Maybe the northwestern part of the country is really only going to be the only area that's below normal with their temperatures in January. And you can see down there at the extreme southern part of the country in the southeast, they're very above normal temperatures for January. So I'm not expecting any, surprise winter storms down there this year. Pretty much going to be a dry winter down there, in my opinion. Now, moving ahead to February here, you can see pretty much the same story. This looks pretty similar to December. Below average temperatures in the extreme northern part of the country, and basically the entire southern half of the country is above average temperatures. So again, this does fit a La Nina pattern. This is probably what we're going to see. I'd say there's a pretty good chance that this is what we see, but I think the general theme for the southern part of the country this year is going to be a warm and dry winter. Now, finally, for the last month of winter here, which is March, pretty much the entire country is above normal temperatures. I know, not a great look for snow lovers, but do keep in mind, 1 or 2 degrees above normal is still enough for snow in areas in the Northeast, areas in the extreme northern part of the country. So you don't really need to be below normal to still get snow in that area, especially for the first half of March. You can see the Northwest there, you are still a little bit below average, right around the average for March. Areas in the Northeast, you guys might be right around the average as well. But other than that, pretty much the entire country is going to have their temperatures kept above normal for March. Now, that being said, that is going to be pretty much it for the video. I went month by month, gave you guys an idea of what to expect for the winter. Again, just to sum it up for you guys, southern half of the country, warm and dry. Northern half of the country, cold and stormy. That's pretty much what we expect with La Nina years. Of course, that's not to say there could be an anomaly and we could see some cooler temperatures in the southern United States, but as of right now, this is what all the tools and the guidance that we use to make these forecasts is pointing to. I will have an official winter forecast out in October as you get a better idea of what is going to happen and we get closer in range to December. So if you guys are interested in stuff like that, definitely make sure to check back towards the end of October when I post my official winter forecast. I'll try to upload an updated forecast every 2 to 3 weeks, just to let you guys know where we're at with winter. But with that being said, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe and peace out.